She's been around a long time, she sure has, and she's sure been worth every single year she's put into making people's lives better.
20 years later, the tables turn. Now, former President Bill Clinton making an impassioned plea with voters to elect his wife President of the United States.
And I move that Hillary Clinton be selected as the nominee of the Democratic Party for President of the United States.
History is made. Senator Bernie Sanders officially nominating Hillary Clinton as the Democratic nominee for president, the first for a woman. Good evening, I'm Rob Johnson.
And I'm Erica Sargent, live in Philadelphia for a historic night at the Democratic National Convention. Bill Clinton making the case for his wife, Hillary, explaining why he believes she should be president. And he gave a personal glimpse of Hillary, the woman, before the candidate. He drew the crowd in with stories of how they met.
The first time I saw her, we were, appropriately enough, in a class on political and civil rights. She had thick blonde hair, big glasses, wore no makeup. And she exuded this sense of strength and self-possession that I found magnetic.
Bill Clinton also touted Hillary's record as a progressive, and he drew a stark contrast between his wife and her Republican rival.
The real one calls you when you're sick, when your kid's in trouble, or when there's a death in the family. The real one repeatedly drew praise from prominent Republicans when she was a senator and Secretary of State. So what's up with this? Well, if you win elections on the theory that government is always bad and will mess up a two-car parade, a real change maker represents a real threat.
Well, you could hear it there. The crowd seemed to be captivated by Bill Clinton from the moment he walked onto the stage to his final words, the cheers, the crowd just really getting amped up. Hillary herself, right here at the end, also made an appearance by video.
What an incredible honor that you have given me. And I can't believe we just put the biggest crack in that glass ceiling yet. Thanks to you and to everyone who's fought so hard to make this possible. This is really your victory. This is really your night. And if there are any little girls out there who stayed up late to watch, let me just say, I may become the first woman president, but one of you is next.
Well, Hillary Clinton stressing the honor of this night for women around the country as people in the crowd cried. Rob?
Erica, some Chicago mothers played a role in one of the more serious moments of the convention tonight, didn't they?
They did. It was a group of African-American women. They are called the Mothers of the Movement, and each of them lost a child in gun violence or a police-involved incident. Well, tonight they stood on the stage, and the reaction from the crowd was quite emotional. We saw people crying. We also heard people chanting. The mothers of Blair Holt and Hydea Pendleton were there. Both teenagers were victims of gun violence in Chicago. Sandra Bland's mother, Geneva Reed Veal, also took the stage, and she was one of those who spoke about the pain of her child's death.
1 year ago, yesterday, I lived the worst nightmare anyone could imagine. I watched as my daughter, Sandra Bland, was lowered into the ground in a coffin. What a blessing tonight to be standing here so that Sandy can still speak through her mama.
You may recall Sandra Bland was found hanging in a Texas jail cell last year after a traffic stop. So, Rob, while the crowd inside seemed to be very energetic and positive, supportive of the speakers, right outside, quite a bit of a different scene. Some Sanders supporters took over a media tent and they refused to leave. The police actually had to pepper spray some of them and arrest them. Rob?
Okay, Erica, we'll get back to you a little bit later in the newscast with more from Philadelphia.